The zoo is now tired of fighting the Biafran army, as they are now begging the British heritage to help them kidnap Simon Ekpa back to Nigeria. That they are the only one that can be able to do such. And I laugh at them. They want to, try somebody who is bigger and better than you. It's funny. It's very funny. You see, we own the land. The land owns us. It's a two-way thing. We own the land and the land owns us. We understand the system and the system understands us. One good turn deserves another. And everybody must understand that we are not in the picture to joke around. Everything, I repeat, everything we are doing is coming to pass the way we want it. So, as we smile through this whole heritage and understanding, we must know that game in, game out, you cannot win the owners of the land. That is just the truth. You cannot win the owners of the land. Because the owners of the land have some preservatives. They know the road, they know the route, and they know the system. So whether you like it or not, victory will always win at every cost. It's not a two game. So, as we strike hard, we must understand that these people are playing a game of hide and seek. They have tried everything possible to catch Simon Ekpa because, just like the discussion we had, that is not fighting the branches, it is fighting the root. So they want to capture Simon Ekpa the way they captured Nnamdi Kanu, because they know that as long as they keep on Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB will not be much effective. Though it's still effective, but it will not be much because their leader is held down. And they know that Nnamdi Kanu is now a time bomb waiting for the date of his release, so that the zoo will hear and regret the mistakes they made by holding him in the first place. So one good turn deserves another. And these turns must be seen as a big history. Let's continue in this path, for justice will be served. Victories upon victories upon victories. Nothing less, nothing small. Finnish government had just sentenced the zoo politicians who tried to hijack Simon Ekpa's plane to life imprisonment. Nanda anaghị ka Africa. Ndị anaghị ka Africa na ifefa na-eme bụrụ ezigbote ibe. Mana ụnụ ama nghọta. Onye kwuru eziokwu si eziokwu ike. Maka na gịnị? Ọchụ ụba ga-achụrụrụ ịba wee mara ebe ọ na-azọdo ụkwụ. We must take, for instance, into the moon defectiveness and understanding without wisdom, throwing jabs and communicating to those who need communication. Or go in, go out, our words of freedom has now been heard, and we will no longer be scared of our enemies. Freedom at last. Listen to the next video. Now there's a very, very big victory that has already happened, and it has really surprised the zoo, because they thought they came prepared, but they don't know that the people they are coming to their land are more prepared. This is not you facing cowards. This is not you facing what is it called? You see, every Igbo man today doing the job of Lucifer, betraying their people, will pay the price when Biafra comes. In Ghtiñg, if in Afghanistan, many of them who worked with US against their own brothers are already facing it. Though Afghanistan is not a good example, but they all faced it regardless. You see, when you continue to portray yourself in such a way that the only resolution of finding good trend is picking gateways, you will fall for it. You will fall for it. So, what is going on here? The Biafran army had just neutralized several military checkpoints where they mounted to buy Biafrans. So what are we doing? As we continue this immense support, this victory that is close to none, this very positivity, we must understand that the gateway is bigger than their expectations. Just will smile through the whole process and make sure that things are being faced dramatically. We must understand that victory belongs to none. So therefore, after conquering so many checkpoints, we can now put ourselves into the gateway of what it is. And that's the biggest part of it. They cannot face the Biafran army. It is obvious they cannot face us. Obviously they cannot. Because we are coming into the light. To make sure that everything we try to portray, everything we try to push, everything we try to help ourselves with must be gotten in accordance. So victory is coming to a bigger extent. And that's where the gateway is. Ghtiñg.